this video is over a month late, but I don't really care. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I typically make bookish content, movie content, anything else in between, because I like to do whatever I want on this channel. Today, we will be discussing my Christmas book haul, which I know is a long time coming, but I just wanted to get all my other videos out before getting started on this. When it comes to this Christmas book haul, I have 11 books to show off. Some I actually bought for myself and just wanted to include them in this haul anyway, and some were actual gifts. This hat was a gift this Christmas from my friends over in New Zealand, and I'm just showing it off right now because I thought it was really cute. And without further ado, we are just going to jump right into it. I have 11 books to talk about, so let's get started. So I actually have 12 books to talk about, not 11. I forgot one in the other room that I went ahead and grabbed. So the first books we're going to talk about are the ones I bought myself, bought/borrowed, whatever. Book number 1 is Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Promised, by Jean Luen Yang. The art is by Guruhiru, and they collaborated with Bright, the two creators, Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante DiMartino. This is comic number 1, and it takes place right after the series ends. And this, from what I remember, it's just basically about Zuko coming to terms with the fact he's Fire Lord now, but he doesn't want to be like his father. That's the gist of it. I read this years ago. I remember not being its biggest fan. Like, I didn't hate it by any means, but like, I liked concepts. It's just the writing kind of threw me for a loop because you could tell it's different writers. But now that I'm excited to actually own it, because despite like not being its biggest fan, like I want Avatar merch. Plus maybe I'll change my mind now that I'm older. But I only own this one, comic number 2, which is The Search, and then comic number 4, Smoke and Shadow. I don't own The Rift yet, which is number 3, so that's why I don't want to start reading them right away. But once I get number 3, then I'll just go at it. I also have the Lost Adventures, but I don't know when I'll read that. But yeah, I'm excited to get to these, and I just want to see, because the only ones I've read before are this one, The Search, and The Rift. And I just want to see if I change my mind. The Search was my favorite of the 3, from what I remember. So, but I absolutely adore Avatar: The Last Airbender. It consumes my life. It's a hyperfixation. And now that the show is over, I mean, obviously I could just revisit it whenever I want because it's on Netflix. But you know that feeling when you watch something for the first time? It wasn't my first time watching it, but it was the first time I rewatched it in years. And sometimes I just want to repeat that good feeling all over again. But I'm excited to get back into the universe ASAP. So the next book I want to talk about is Pen Pal by Dathan Auerbach. This has been in my Goodreads TBR since I first got a Goodreads back in 2016. It is literally book number 5, and I want it read. This is about a guy who's trying to reconstruct his past, but then things are happening, and I believe, like, us as the reader and the narrator are actual characters in the story from what I remember. I heard it was creepy, so I'm excited to finally read it. Then I have The Call of the Wild by Jack London. This I got from the Free Little Library, and it's a cute little edition with illustrations, so I'm excited to get to this. But this is just, you know, about a dog. I feel like everyone has read this but me. Like, this is a very popular children's book. So where have I been all these years? Another book I got from the Free Little Library is Gabriels Clock. This is by Hilton Pashley, I believe. Is that the author? Or am I dumb? Yeah, that is the author, Hilton Pashley. This is about a boy who is half angel and half demon. These demons take over his home, they destroy his home, and now he has to find something called Gabriel's Clock with his new friends. This is a middle grade. I have never heard of it before until the Free Little Library, but I had a Angels and Demons phase back in high school. Like, I read Fallen by Lauren Kay, I read the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. I like wrote my own angel story. I don't know where the obsession came from, but sometimes I still like to delve into it, and this book seemed interesting, and plus I want to get into more middle grade. And apparently it's a series, but I don't really want to get into the series until I know if I like this book. Then the last book I got for myself is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And this is about 2 sisters living in Nazi-occupied France, and that's really all the back of the book says. So that's all I know about this book, but I love reading about World War II, so I grabbed it. Yeah, I didn't buy this. This is also from the Free Little Library. And I have a lot of books to put into that Free Little Library now too. So now we're going to get into the books I got as gifts. The first one I'm going to show is actually a coloring book. It's a Bob Ross coloring book that my friend got for me. We did a gift exchange. She bought me this huge pack of colored pencils, a big patch of Sour Patch Kids I have already eaten, and then this. And I'm not really a colorer, but like things just look so cute in this, and it has Bob Ross quotes that if I'm really stressed out, now I have something to go to. Then we have Paradise Lost by John Milton. My friend gave me this. Me and some college friends did a gift exchange, so this is what one of them got me, and this is another like angels and demons story because it's John Milton's story. It's the epic poem of the Great Fall when Satan and his followers fell from heaven. I don't know how I survived school without reading this, because I feel like a lot of people had to read this for school, and yet not a single English class at my high school assigned this. So next we have Where Angels Fear to Tread by Anne Forster. I got this from Abby over at Autumn of Hellenor, and I'll link her channel down below. She got this for me for Christmas and my Amazon wishlist. We exchanged gifts as well. And this is about a girl named Lilia, right? Yeah, Lilia. She goes to Tuscany after her husband dies, and her husband's family was really mad at her. Comes back from Tuscany with a dude named Gino, which is my dad's name, so that's going to be weird to read about. And they're not too happy that she's marrying someone else, so I guess all hell is going to ensue. And we love drama, so this was also on my Goodreads TBR for years, and I'm excited to finally get to it. Then we have Animal Farm by George Orwell. I received this book from Olivia Savannah over at Olivia's Catastrophe, and I'll link her channel down below. We also did a little gift exchange. I think we all know what this book is about by now, but animals on a farm take over the farm, and this is the book a lot of people like to quote when it comes to a government falling apart. So I read 1984, which is the other one a lot of people like to quote when the government's falling apart. So it's time to get to this one. And again, how did I survive school without ever having to read this? 1984 was the assigned reading, but like usually people read this in high school, and somehow it missed me. I don't know why. I had to read The Great Gatsby twice, but I don't know why I couldn't read Animal Farm. The last 3 books on this list are all from the same person. I babysit for a family, and then the mom got me gifts because she is a sweetie. The first book we have is Stephen King's Needful Thing. She said this is her favorite Stephen King novel. She noticed I was reading it, so she bought me some horror books. She said this one's her favorite. I don't even know what this is about. A wonderful new store has opened up in the little town of Castle Rock, Maine. Whatever your heart's secret desire, sexual pleasure, wealth, power, even more precious things, it's for sale. And even though every item has a nerve-shattering price, the owner is always ready to make a bargain. And this chilling novel by one of the most potent imaginations of our time, evil's on the shopping spree and out to scare you witless. So, thank you for this. I have no opinions about that, obviously, because I have not read much Stephen King. I've only read 4 books by him. 2 of them I liked. Well, one, you have to like kind of hear me out on it. 2 of them I enjoyed, let's say, and 2 of them I did not at all. So we'll see if Needful Things is a hit or miss for me. Then she also got me Modern Masters of Horror, which is a bunch of short stories from horror writers. Stephen King's on the list. George A. Romero. I have never heard of anyone else besides Stephen King, but we got George A. Romero, John Coyne, Felice Picano, Robert Bloch. And then the last book she got me is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I have no idea what this is about, so let me read the synopsis really quick. So there's a marsh girl that's haunting the town, Kaya Clark, and they go to her when a man named Chase Andrews is found dead in 1969. But she's not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she learns to be touched and loved. When 2 young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. At once an exquisite ode to the natural world, a heartbreaking coming-of-age story, and a surprising tale of possible murder. Owens reminds us that we are forever shaped by the children we once were. Ooh, those are good stories. And that we are all subject to the beautiful and violent secrets that nature keeps. I am always in the mood for a good... I think this is more so thriller than horror from what I know. I'm not too sure, but I'm always in the mood for a good thriller. So I might be saving the books this woman got me for Halloween, so I don't know if I'll read them anytime soon, because I need more horror books for that season. And that is it for this video. I want to thank everyone for these gifts. I am so thankful and appreciative. I do really appreciate it. And that's really all I gotta say. Nothing much. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. And without further ado, I'm gonna peace out and I'll see you guys later. Ciao a tutti.